Greetings. My name is Sriram Hathwar, and I am an 11-year-old 6th grader at the Chemung Valley Montessori School. Now you may be wondering, what is an 11-year-old doing here at a TED Talk? I have no product to sell, or I have any great invention or discovery under my belt, at least not yet. However, I was fortunate to represent the Southern Tier in the Scripps National Spelling Bee for 3 years and made significant strides each year. Now, I will share my experience with the spelling bees, what got me started in the first place, what kept me going, and how this will all help me in the future. It all started back in late 2007, when I was 7 years old and in the 2nd grade. My mom approached my teacher to ask if I could join the spelling club, since she considered me a good speller. I was allowed to participate in a competition mainly dominated by 7th and 8th graders. I won my school bee. I was told that even if I won my school bee, I might not qualify for nationals due to the age criterion. Now the bee rule states you must not be older than the 8th grade or 15 years of age. However, they did not specify a lower age limit. I took advantage of this and I was allowed to participate in the nationals. I won my regional spelling bee, which qualified me a spot in the nationals. Until I had gone to DC, I had no idea that I was the youngest contestant to ever compete in the nationals. I had made a national record. It was pretty cool to be amongst all those bright kids who were the future of our country. The most common question was asked if I was nervous or intimidated. My answer was a vehement no, because I had everything to gain and nothing to lose. That year, I did not make it past the preliminaries. That did not deter me, because the next year, when I was in 3rd grade, I made it all the way to nationals again in 2009. I was once again the youngest contestant to compete. I made it to the semifinals. I placed 37th in a field of 275 contestants. I felt pretty proud. I had no idea that my bee-world reputation was growing. But the next year, when I was in 4th grade, I did not make it to the nationals. I was disappointed, but did not give up. It only made me more resilient and strengthened my resolve. Like the saying, success comes from aspiration, desperation, perspiration, and inspiration. My success this year was due to a sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. I placed 6th in the nation. Here's a short clip of me in my appearance in the nationals.
My name is Sriram Hathwar. I'm 11 years old and I'm from Paine and Post, New York. I was 8 years old and it was my first time at the bee, and I just got out and I went off stage and I was interviewed when I had a cookie in my mouth.
We got a cookie, little chocolate chips on his face.
It was pretty funny, actually. The word that best describes me would probably be versatile, because I think I'm pretty well-rounded. I do skating, skiing, swimming, and spelling. I like to call them my 4 S's. If I win the spelling bee, then I'll use the prize money to travel around the world. I'd like to visit Fiji because it sounds pretty tropical there. I'd also like to visit France or the Eiffel Tower, and Germany because it sounds like a cool country.
It was pretty cool to place the Southern Tier and my school on the national map. It was also pretty cool to see so many parents come up to me and say, "You may not know us, but we know you. You're a role model for our children. My son looks up to you." It was pretty cool to know that I could make a difference. Now I have 3 more years to compete in the nationals. I may or may not win, but it has made me wiser in many ways. The ability to handle pressure. Here's a short video clip.
Good evening.
Good evening. Exaflation.
Exaflation, can I have its definition?
Forcible breathing or blowing out, as in clearing the respiratory tract.
Can I have its language of origin, please?
Latin, exsufflation.
Can I have its part of speech?
Noun,
Exsufflation, am I pronouncing it correctly? Are there any alternate pronunciations?
just the one, exsufflation, as in the speller's exsufflation of relief at correctly spelling the word blew people's hair back in the front row.
Could you repeat the word?
Exsufflation,
Exsufflation.
exsufflation.
Exsufflation. E X S U F F L A T I O N. Exsufflation.
The spelling bee has also taught me how to develop a good work ethic and discipline, and also how to accept wins and losses gracefully. It is definitely a character building experience, all of which will be helpful in any walk of life. These topics include art, music, culture, oceanography, geography, mathematics, architecture, medicine, technology, law, etc. It has also taught me how to keep myself challenged at all times. Since I could do it, I wanted to do more. And since I could do more, I wanted to do even more. One might question, what is the need for great spelling skills these days with the ubiquitous spell check? I say it is more imperative because the spell check might provide a correct spelling, but a word that does not make sense in the sentence at all. Like the homonyms, principal, principle, PAL, PLE. You should know the difference. Throughout the wonderful world of words, I can also relate to many facts. I can see a Phodian polatouche in Russia. I can eat a cornichon in a French restaurant, and I can tell my brother, enough with your brouhaha. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I've definitely had fun. And you know, if you had fun, you won. I will now conclude with a short cartoon where the spell check obviously didn't pick up any errors. So this is about 3 animals who get their check after their dinner. The deer says, I only have a buck. The duck says, don't put it on my bill. And the skunk says, don't look at me, I only carry a cent. Thank you.